Episode 14. The heat's so insufferable, I gotta wear shades.
Hello and welcome to the Tactics Board. We're going to be pretty brief today because I'm overweight and it's really hot in Dublin and I don't want to be hanging around very long. So we're going to look at basically how Cork defended Kerry in the first half, especially after they started to slow their own possession game down from about 40 minutes on. We're going to look at two chances Kerry had back to back. And just for purposes for those of you new to this, unfortunately we don't have all the colours. Cork are in the red and white, Kerry are in blue, because hey, they've occasionally worn that. And I'm a dub, so why not? So, the move here, Paul Galvin's the ball carrier. And apologies, you don't have the numbers exact because some people like to play with dummy teams so we don't have exact numbers. Thanks, Connor. And you're just going to look at the position here. Kerry the ball here, just shy of midfield marker itself at Galvin. Now, Kerry are pretty spread out across the flank. That's a big thing here because, of course, Cork not really covering this side of the field. But that's actually not the biggest worry here. All these Cork players are going backwards. When Kerry advance, there's no effort by Cork really at all. There's no numbers. Kerry have them outnumbered here in this part of the field, 7 to 6. And also there really just isn't the effort to sort of try and make room tighter for Kerry to really close down the space. So Galvin's going to advance up to about here. By this stage Cork have peeled off. You have two players will go in on Galvin. And what's he do? Colin Cooper, yes, has moved up to the left side. Sorry for misspelling his name in the preview, by the way. It's a recurring problem. Galvin gets it out to him. The ball goes up for a chance. It goes out inside right, but it's a good chance, decent position for the final shot. And Cork really just gave Kerry the space to create this opportunity. Now, in this case, they really badly unguarded one flank. In the next chance we're going to look at, it isn't about the flanks they've left clear. It's about the space to give Kerry to make a flank open. And now for some terrible editing. Okay, this is just a minute later. Now we're going to ignore Anthony Marr for a second because we're not too concerned really about his positioning. It's all about the rest of these guys. Again, you can see there's a flank open, but this time Kerry don't really care about exploiting that flank. They're actually going to go out here to their left, to Darren O'Sullivan. And again, the issue for Cork is they're just backing off the whole time. This is only about a minute of that last missed chance. All these Cork players going backwards and Kerry trying to move the ball along here. Here's our ball carrier. So the ball's going to get moved across from just side midfield, with basically no one pressuring the man on the ball. They're all gathered around these three players here instead. They get out to Darren O'Sullivan, who's pretty much wide open on the wing. O'Sullivan goes on a little jog inside, gets to Anthony Marr, who has plenty of room to finish for the score. Now, what we're trying to get across in both these examples here, and obviously it's a little hard when the magnets are far bigger in relative terms to what they would be on the actual board, but it makes it easy for you guys to see where players are. Is Cork were not engaging the Kerry in the middle third in the first half. They were deliberately backing off to try and essentially close down further back, but of course Kerry had a huge speed advantage up here, which I got onto in my column earlier, and Cork weren't really doing anything to help their fullbacks in that respect. What they were doing was getting bodies back, but far too late to make a difference. What they needed to do was engage in the middle, try and slow Kerry down more here. This is where they could make the pace difference that Kerry had up front less of a factor. Instead, try to get those bodies back, didn't work out. We're going to have a special edition of the Tactics Board tomorrow evening, so keep an eye out for that. But for now, I've been Emmet Ryan. Hit my face in the corner, subscribe, and thanks for joining us.